What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Out here in the boat preparing for a day on the water tomorrow. So I have a tournament coming up on the North River in a couple of days, and that's where I'm going tomorrow to do some pre-fishing. Now, this is a body of water that I've never been to before. I don't even really know what it looks like. And whenever I go to somewhere that I don't know, the first thing that I do is I get my phone and I look at the Deep Dive app. Now, this app is absolutely amazing. I use it all the time, and I'm gonna go over a couple features on the app that I really like. Like I said, I'm going to the North River, which is off the Albemarle Sound, and when you go in the Deep Dive app, you can type in whatever body of water you're on and it will pull it up. So you download the Deep Dive app onto your phone, whether you have Android or iPhone, it doesn't matter, but you can download it, and there is a link in the description below, so you can just click on that and it'll take you right to it so you can download it. But the app has so much useful information on it. And you know, one of the first things that I like to do is I like to just look at the body of water itself. So I like to pull up the mapping on it, take a look at it, just look around, see what creeks, you know, are off whatever body of water I'm on. You know, like I said, this is a river, so I'm trying to kind of, you know, take a look at the way the river winds and, you know, how it looks, what kind of bends it has on it. And, you know, I'm looking at it and I can see that this body of water has a lot of creeks on it. So there's certain ones that I believe that I want to fish, and I'm going to kind of pick those out and kind of formulate a game plan of where I want to go before I ever get to the water. Something else too is the wind effect. So I can look at the map, I can look at the wind, see where the wind's going to be blowing, what shorelines the wind is going to be blowing on, what the wind speed is going to be, what direction it's going to be blowing out of. And you can look throughout the day and see, you know, how the wind's going to change, whether it's going to blow really hard on certain shorelines all day or if it's going to switch around. And the wind effects is something that I use a lot. Now, something else that I use, on the app is it's basically the stream flow. You know, the stream flow, it shows, you know, how hard the water's going to be running. You know, if it's rained recently, then you're going to have a lot more flow. And you can look at the stream flow and it's going to show, you know, forecasted flow in streams and rivers. And that is a very useful part of the app because I fish rivers all the time. You know, this also, the upper ends of some lakes, you can look at the stream flow for those as well. And then also water inflows. Like I said, I want to be focusing on creeks tomorrow. So the water inflows is super important. And you can look and see where water's coming in the backs of these creeks and flowing into the river. And these can be areas that concentrate a lot of fish. Also, you have the bait tool. So the bait tool is going to show you some of the better lures to be using under the conditions you're going to be using. You can put in what specific conditions, what color water you're fishing, you know, your depth, and it'll give you lures that you can use. And these are going to be some of the top producing lures for wherever you're at. So like I said, tons of useful information. It is the first thing that I look at, you know, before I go somewhere new, or even if I'm going somewhere that I fish all the time, especially when I want to look at the wind effect, stream flow, things like that. So be sure to check out the Deep Dive app. It's linked in the description below. It's an awesome app, and I use it literally every time before I go fishing, and a lot of times while I am fishing. So like I said, check it out. There's a link in the description below. Be sure to click on that, check out the app for yourself, and let's get to fishing. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to get right and start fishing. I really like the way this stuff looks. I mean, like, ooh, I feel like I'm going to get blown up on almost immediately. But Scott is throwing a square bill. He's starting off with a square bill, which is good because that's something that I don't throw a lot. So if there is some kind of good square bill bite going on, he may definitely clue into that. And I can use that, you know, for tomorrow. But y'all know me being a frog and buzzbait guy. I'm going to start off with the frog, probably pick the buzzbait up. I actually only have 3 rods on the deck right now: a flipping rod, a frogging rod, and buzzbait. So I'm going to try to fish to my strengths and keep it simple. But this water is like super dark. Looks absolutely beautiful. And hopefully we just get some blow ups. figure out an area, get, you know, confident is what I want to be going into tomorrow. I want to have confidence and just have confidence in an area. So we're going to see if we can maybe catch some fish here, then we'll fire up and go somewhere else, and we'll just kind of jump around. Like I said, I've never been here, so whenever you come to somewhere new, you're just trying to figure something out kind of from the start. And if you kind of fall into them quick, then you can jump around and go to other places. Or if you don't catch them, you can jump around and go to other places too, because we're kind of eliminating water, finding water and eliminating water. That's all I ever try to do when I'm pre-fishing. So let's see if we can get them. Yeah, like this is weird. The water looks like it's going that way up there, and then it looks like it's. Oh, dude. I told you. Oh, dude. That was cool. There's the first bite. I think I got your line. Scott's crankbait had got. Am I out of your line now? Okay. Scott's crankbait had got hung up here and threw up in that little hole. And I'm gonna tell you what, dude, that fish absolutely annihilated it when he bit it. Little guy, but oh, let's put the controller up. That fish was way up on the bank. First fish though. I'm almost feeling like this might be more of a buzzbait day than a frog day, just because of the conditions. Just a rainy, misty. Could be good spinnerbait too. Ugh.
Well.
Oh, look, oh, we got it. There's a nicer one. There's a nicer one. Right, that's a keeper, I believe. No, he's not gonna make 14.
I bet he does.
He came up on it right there at that over that little stick right there. That fish might be 14 actually. There we go. He would be close. I'm not gonna put him on the board, but he would be very close. But second bite right there, got him on the frog. And we've only been fishing maybe about 15 minutes. So there we go. Pretty one. All right, well, getting some frog bites. That's exciting. That fish kind of missed it first, and then he came back and bit it again right as I came over that little stick right there. But we're not in here very far. If we keep going and we kind of get bit consistently and catch some better quality fish, then we might just work to another area, go to another area of this creek, because this creek splits, and we might end up moving around and going back into the river. Oh, Scott's got one on the spinnerbait. All right. Well, this little area right here might have some fish in it. Let me mark this on my graph. All right. I'm gonna flip. Rage bug. Oh, doggone it. First flip with the rage bug, dude. First flip in there. Dude, this corner has got some fish in it. Not a big one, but that one that I lost was definitely a keeper.
That one that I missed back there was good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, that one had me on.
Dude, look, another one. Look, just stole my rage bug. All right, so I definitely need to mark right here, because I'm gonna tell you what, there's a lot of fish. Even though we haven't put one in the boat yet, there's a lot of fish on this corner right here for whatever reason. Wow. I think I'm gonna pick this up and throw this and see if I can get that more moving bait deal. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna happen. Something about this toad buzz bait on these coastal, or anywhere really, but especially this coastal stuff, dude. They just clobber it. Oh my God, that's a giant, dude. How about that one? How about that one on the buzz bait? Oh, dude.
Woo!
I mean, you talk about one blowing up on it. Oh, y'all, look at that one. That was an awesome bite. Golly. Whew. All right. 3.5 all day. Pretty one. Let me.
My man is beat up.
Yeah, I know. Let me wipe this lens off a little bit. There y'all go right there. That's a solid one. We're gonna need fish like that tomorrow and bigger. First buzzbait fish, Scott, what have I been throwing it? 2 minutes? Yep. I mean, no time. That's a pretty one. All right, let's keep it going. He came off that tree and just gloosh.
You need to throw it way back there, one weight back there.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That buzzbait, just those bigger fish. I don't know what it is, but that toad buzzbait gets those big fish to bite. That fish just came off that tree and just absolutely hammered it. Man, what a bite. All right, y'all, so I don't know how much longer we're gonna fish here in this creek, just because we are getting bit. Scott just had a really good blow up on a popper, and it missed it, but it was definitely a pretty solid fish. So I think we're gonna fish along in here just a little bit more, see if we can get a couple more bites, and then we might either go in the other part of this creek, or we may end up going out in the main river and kind of trying to find some main river areas as well. But not trying to beat this place up. You know, right now I think we're the only people in here. Tomorrow I'm sure it'll be, being a Saturday, I'm sure it'll be multiple people probably in here. But like I say, the main thing is just finding areas I got confidence in, and I got pretty good confidence in here already, just based off what I've seen and what we have done. So we'll see if we can pick up another fish or two, and then we'll kind of work our way out of here and make a decision. Oh yeah, like here's another. Yeah, there's one right here under the boat. Oh my goodness. Absolutely smoked that popper.
She's gone.
I mean, they're hitting that thing with some ferocity when they're hitting it. Not a keeper, but that's a nice fish, and that fish kind of hit it out off the bank.
Well, it was in that stuff.
Oh, it was okay. Come up out of a treetop. Yeah. That was off the bank.
Man.
Hey, you need some pliers? Oh God, is that in you?
It's in there.
Oh no. All right, we're gonna have to snatch it out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's not good. Get out of here, dragonfly. All right, y'all. Well, Scott has a hook in the finger. And first thing we got to do is get this fish off because we cannot cut the hook. So, all right.
Get me off of him.
Yeah, I got to get this out of the fish. You let me know if I'm getting to pulling on your finger. You wanna know the crazy thing?
Yeah.
The last time that I got hooked in the finger, you know what I got hooked with?
What?
A Rico.
Yeah.
In the finger. All right, so can you get the hook off? Wait a minute, hey, here's some split ring pliers. All right, y'all, so we came over here to this outside bend right here. Scott's throwing a bubblegum floating worm. The water has started to move pretty decent. This is the deeper outside bend of this area. You know, we were on that side. It was really shallow. We didn't get bit. We did recognize that where we were getting bit seemed to have a lot more water up on the trees and all. So I haven't done a lot of flipping. I'm going to flip, see if I can get bit on this. So that way I can kind of know that, you know, I can do multiple different things potentially to get bit. But definitely the bite slacked off when that rain stopped. So I'm thinking maybe the flipping bite might have dialed in a little bit better. And plus, like I said, we got this water moving. I don't know if that's because we came further up in the creek or just because maybe, I don't know. It is, I think it's like maybe a little teeny bit of tide here. I'm not 100% sure. I know it's not a crazy big time swing tide. It's more wind driven, but the water has definitely started to move. So maybe that'll kind of position them and maybe we can get a big one. Ooh, dude, you talk about a solid bite. That's a bass. What, dude, I almost lost my rod. Are we doubled up? Oh, little guys. Dude, my rod is still wet from where it was raining, and literally my rod almost slipped out of my hand. Scott just caught one. That's probably a keeper. I'm pretty sure that fish right there is over 14, but not a big one. But I'm gonna tell you what, that fish thumped it so hard. Good grief. All right, I'm gonna mark right here. Yeah, that fish absolutely throttled it when he bit it. It's very obvious that we're getting back into an area that has fish. Because I mean, we went a little bit and we didn't get bit at all. So it's just, I don't know, because we're getting on this one, we're getting up here near the corner. You know, we're getting up near the corner here and we still have depth. I think that's the real defining factor, is the fact that we still have depth here. And we didn't have it back where we were. Because I mean, that fish just hit my braise bug so hard. I mean, like, you can't even get bit no harder. For some reason, I think that tree right there is where I caught that 3.5 pounder. That one cypress tree right there. See that cypress tree right there?
Corner. No, is that where we? No, that ain't it. Dude, I'm confused.
Dude, how about this bite? I figured it would be one there. He's not a keeper. I mean, the flipping bite ain't crazy, but it's not like crazy inconsistent either. Dude, did I just do that to him? Did I just fillet his head wide open on the hook set? Whoops. Sorry, my guy. Didn't mean to do that to you. I've never seen nothing like that in a fish's mouth. Almost looks like some kind of parasite or something.
Good log right here.
All right, y'all, so I just caught that last fish on those trees that were sitting out off the bank. And we're gonna get right and fire up and work our way into the river. And we're gonna see if we can figure out some areas. In here obviously has fish. It has a good population of fish. You know, if I come in here tomorrow, I'm just gonna have to break it down and see if I can get some better size. But there definitely are the fish in here to, I would say, to win. I mean, there's definitely great big ones in here. But like I said, I want to go to the river and I want to try to dial something in on the river and see if we can figure out something out there, just so I have more area to kind of run to. I don't want to get hung up not having places to go or places that I have confidence in. I don't want to have that happen. So I'm gonna get this cast in and we're gonna go ahead and roll out of here. All right, y'all, we've caught a few fish in here. Kind of got a little game plan on an area in here, so we're gonna run out and we're gonna see if we can find some areas in the river. So let's ease out there and see what we can find. All right, y'all, so we just came way up the river and it's very small. Like, it's almost like a swamp almost. And we're gonna fish up here a little bit. We might have came up too far, like we were talking about. There's really a fine line of too far, because sometimes you can come up and it gets too swampy and it's not really any good. But we're gonna see if we can catch some up here. I'm gonna pick up the frog right off the bat. And it looks really good. I just want to make sure that there's some fish up here and some fish are willing to bite. I mean, it might be the deal. Oh my, dude, big.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's a blackfish. Dang, dude. I thought that was a hammer. I thought that was a 6 or 7 pounder. Golly. Dude, you smell? You smell that? It smells like swampy. I don't know. Like, we'll find out. We'll find out pretty quick. But man, this is a big in here. Golly, get up in here. Man, I thought we had a great big old bass. I was like, dude, this is like hammer time. Chill out, bud. Oh, good. Yeah, it smells like really swampy up here. Swampy and a little bit of stank. But first cast with the frog up here and got a bite. Which, if we're only catching those guys, it's definitely not what we want. Yeah, he come up and hit it like good fashion. That sucker said gloosh.
Dude, I was hollering before you did.
All right, y'all, we just ran up in another creek, and this creek definitely looks a lot different than the one that we were fishing earlier. This one has a lot of grass, a very solid bank. It does have trees in it, but it just sets up a lot different. I also think this one is very shallow. I only think it's 3 to 4 foot deep. So I'm gonna pick the buzzbait up and throw that. This watercolor is a lot different as well. Definitely looks like it's a lot saltier. So it kind of has that brown kind of brackish water look to it. So hopefully we catch them, and hopefully it's not so salty where we're fishing for trout and redfish, but that's why we're coming in here, to try to figure all that out. We do have some good wind, and it's blowing kind of back out this creek, and I am seeing some fish in here, so hopefully we can catch some, because the river was a little tough. Won't hit no much.
That's the edge of the creek. There we go.
Hey, that's a nice one too, dude. There we go.
Okay.
Hey, I like it. I like it. Me and Scott were talking about this axle right here in the side of the creek, but nice fish right there. First bite we've got since we came in here. He's a skinny guy, but he is a keeper, so
Yeah.
I will take that. Nice.
That almost makes me want to pick up a spinnerbait with all this wind.
Yeah. Oh, this. Yeah. Oh, oh,
my God.
dude, what a bite. What a bite, dude. Not as big as I was hoping, but I'm gonna tell you what, that was cool. That was a cool bite right there. My frog is trashed. I gotta get another one, but we fished way up in this creek, and I was actually contemplating leaving and going out, but I just got a bite there, I got a bite there. Like, I don't know if I'm getting into a little area that's finally got some fish in it or what. My frog is about destroyed, but I'm gonna tell you what, that was a good bite right there. That was a good bite. So I'm gonna mark this, and we're gonna keep working our way in here just a little bit. Because I'm gonna tell you, if this little area from here up is just stacked up with fish, then it's definitely somewhere I want to come to. Man, that was a good bite. Pulled it under. Oh, here comes a boat. Got one? Oh, okay. Okay, and I just had a bite right here. You mark this. Scott just caught one, and I had a bite right up against that tree right there. So either we've got out of them a little bit, or the creek is just starting to... Okay, never mind. Never mind. Little guy, but he is a bass. He's a small specimen though, but we're gonna have to get right and end it. But yeah, we're gonna get right and go. But we've done good. I mean, we've caught a lot of fish. A lot of fish y'all aren't gonna see. I've had some GoPro issues and different stuff going on, but I mean, I would dare say we've probably had over 30 fish come in this boat today. I mean, I would think almost easily. We've caught a lot, but I think that I figured out my main 2 core areas for sure. And I think I'm just gonna have to maybe expand, not really live and die by those areas, but kind of expand, fish them, see what I got and expand on them. If I come in here and I'm catching fish, but all of them are kind of the size that I was catching today, and I say, you know what, I really need to go somewhere and figure something else out or catch some bigger fish, you know, I might go out to the river and see if I can get a couple bites out there. It just kind of depends. Maybe I'll get lucky, get some big fish to bite up in the creeks, and I won't have to, you know, worry about that so much. I don't know. Like I said, I definitely have not figured out the winning pattern. I don't feel like, I don't even think I've figured out really the winning area, but I think I've definitely found some areas where I can catch some fish, get my limit, and kind of expand on that. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna end it on that. We gotta get back to the ramp. We got a pretty good little ways to go. And I don't know, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that watches my channel. And we had a good day. Scotty got a hook in the finger. I mean, started off kind of crazy, but ended on a good note. So anyway, we're gonna end it right here. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you next time on Gunfish TV.